few spots show that they didn't have quite enough of an overlap. All in all, it looks pretty good. I'm sure they'll come back and spread some aggregate on those sections. As this here. The chattering of the tires are an example of what I was talking about earlier, where they had problems with the chip seal aggregate applicator jumping up and down while it was applying the aggregate. It appears that the chip spreader didn't quite evenly apply aggregate all the way across the lane, as you can see in this section where the tires travel. It could quite possibly be this area, because of rutting, which is slight if any, may have drained the emulsion into the rut just prior to the application of the chip seal aggregate. Here we have Ken Arnold. He's with the Tennessee State Highway Department.
I don't know. I think we got the good springs right here and they screwed it.
Yeah, it looked good.
It did. It really. I didn't see really any changes
that right
from the beginning to the end. That one gate, there's one gate, so I think where's that down?
Avery Adcock and Tom Freeman weighing the aggregate applied. Vance with the Bass Construction Company. And John Freeman in the background facing.
23. 23, give him a raise. There you go.
Let's say I'd got my 24 if y'all had all of that.
Right, don't you do yourself, Steve.
At this time, the chip seal has been completed. As you can see, the striping crew came out and restriped the section. They did this a half an hour ago. This is Route 56, State Highway 56. We're facing south. This is the SBS 3 project. This specifically is 47B 350, the second site in Tennessee in DeKalb County. You can hear the aggregate still a little loose, hitting the inner fenders of the vehicles as they pass through the section. As I mentioned earlier, the chip spreader started bouncing in northbound lane. It did this for a couple hundred feet before it finally smoothed out. However, they allowed pilot traffic to go through for an hour or so, and then they brushed the section. And even though it still seems evident that there are still the waves, it's only an optical illusion. What you see here is concentrated sections of aggregate. And of course the day is followed up with the bookkeeping and the paperwork. And here to take care of that is our SBS 3 representative Avery Adcock.
Sweating profusely. As the sun sets on these gorgeous tensivers.
And the time is correct. And this will conclude this section, the chip seal.